All right, guys. So, like I said, there's different patterns. Like if we're reflecting over the x-axis, all you got to do is, and I'm sure some of you guys picked up on this, but reflecting over the x-axis, you just change the sign for the y-coordinate. Okay, so you make it, if it's positive, you make it negative. If you're reflecting over the y-axis, you just change the sign for the x-coordinate. So there's those different patterns. But again, I think it's pretty simple to count and just count over and see how many spaces we are away from that line of reflection. Now, for this, it's really weird because if you count, you're going to be counting diagonally. So here's a little trick, all right? And this one, there's two different tricks. One's for the line y equals x that we're going to do here for number 9. So that's the one I'm going to start with. So if we're reflecting over the line y equals x, all right, we have this rule. Okay, we have this rule. This is going to be something you want to write down or have handy when you guys are taking your test or quiz. Basically, if we're just looking at the coordinates, all right, all that's going on here is, let's say we are starting off with our xy coordinate, all right, and those are the coordinates for the pre-image. What we're going to do after we reflect it is just switch those, okay? So we're going to switch them to yx, okay? So you just switch the values, and that will give you the coordinates of the image, okay? So just if we start off with our x and a y, what we're going to do when we reflect over the line y equals x is we're going to switch the coordinates. So if we're looking at number 9, and if that didn't make too much sense, just hang with me here. If we are looking at, let's see, coordinate y, okay? So our xy coordinate there is -3, 4, okay? So -3, 4. If we want to reflect it over the line y equals x, what we're going to do is we're going to switch those values. So 4 was the y coordinate, 4 now becomes the x coordinate. -3 was the x coordinate, so now it becomes the y coordinate. All right. So, and that's where if we plot this point now and go to 4, -3, that is going to be the coordinate for our y prime value, okay? All right, and then moving on, if we do z, all right, so z is at -1, 1. All we're going to do is we're going to switch that around to make 1 come first and then -1. So if I plot 1, -1, there we go. That's our coordinate for z prime. And I think that one's the easiest one to see because you could count on this and you could count diagonally. But it's a little bit trickier. I think this is a lot easier. And then for x, if we're looking for x, all we got to do is switch the coordinates to -2, -5. And if we do that, -2 and then -5 is right, -2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to be right there. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Little brain fart there. So -2, -1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be right there. So that's going to be our x prime value. So connect the lines, and this is where it really comes together, and you're like, wow, that is a reflection. So that's all you have to do there. So again, guys, I'm going to write all the coordinates down here again. But that's all we had to do is we just had to flip those coordinates, all right? So -2, -5. So it would be 1, -1. So it would be 4, -3. All right, so there we go. We have that part done. So what I want you to do, guys, is try number 10 on your own. Remember, flip those coordinates, all right? And it looks like we're going to get cut off with this video, but check your answer to number 10 on Canvas, and then we will come back and do number 11 together.